Hi guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. So this is my first video ever and I've been meaning to do this for a very long time, but I finally got to doing something like this. So I'm Vanya. As you might have read, I got an All India rank 11 for the NIFT entrance examination in 2024, which was 2 years ago, and All India rank 12 for NID entrance examination also in 2024. And currently, so I got NIFT Delhi and NID Ahmedabad, and I finally chose to pursue fashion communication from NIFT Delhi, and I'm in my second year right now doing the same. So this was something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, because when I was preparing for my entrances, there was something I felt was missing in this field, especially when it came to content that was available online. So I feel this is something that's going to really help all of you, जिससे आप सबको बहुत फ़ायदा होगा. And I plan to do a lot of things with this channel, showing my true journey, sharing things I have done to be able to come here, and just helping you all out with everything I can and sharing whatever I've learned in these past 2 years, or actually 4 years for that matter, considering the years I prepared for. So this video is mostly just about a crux of my entire journey, if not it entirely, and I'm going to discuss the overall idea of preparation that I followed, mostly everything I did. I plan to discuss this in much more detail. I wish to make like a separate video for NIFT specifically and a separate video for NID specifically, and let's see how that goes. Also, a lot of you might wonder that why did I not go to NID, or why did I choose NIFT, etc, etc. So I also plan to do a different video for all of that as well. And I also plan to make a lot of content, not teaching but guiding you all about everything that follows during the preparation of all this. So super excited for that. So abhi, let's get back to what this video is for. So I'm Vanya, I'm 19. I'm in the second year of FC New Delhi Fashion Communication, and I actually back in school, so I didn't take a drop year or anything. So I was in my 12th grade when I was showing up for my entrance exams. I had physics, chemistry and math, PCM, CBSE board as my 12th and 11th. And what else? I'm from NCR, Delhi, Gurgaon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So first of all, a question that's been asked for me a lot. Did I take a coaching for my entrance exams? Yes, I took up a coaching. I went to Design Circle, Delhi, Hoskas, for my coaching, and truly highly recommend them. But I also feel, end of the day, if you're someone who can't afford to go to a coaching, or someone who doesn't feel like they would be able to go to a coaching, I strongly recommend this kind of an exam is an exam जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ is meant to test your brain. It's meant to test your creativity. So I just feel if you have it in you, if you want to do it, and if you're willing to do it, I feel that you can even crack it without coaching. I know a lot of people from my batch who have cracked it without a coaching. Again, no disregard to people who are going for coaching or coaching institutes. I myself was someone who went. But again, this is for people who feel they can't go to. Please do not be disheartened. It is completely, I promise you, 100% an exam that you can do without coaching. And this is exactly why I'm here, to make you understand that if you plan wisely, if you are able to prepare for it yourself, putting your 100%, there is no way you can't do it even without a coaching. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now a lot of people, they also ask that is GAT, or the general ability test, as important as the creative aspect of these tests? When I say GAT, I mean for both the examinations, for NIFT and NID. So you need to understand, I was someone who was preparing for both these examinations. A lot of people, उनके दिमाग में होता है कि मुझे NID ही जाना है या मुझे NIFT ही जाना है. I was not so clear about that to begin with, so I was preparing for the both of them. So GAT for NIFT and GAT for NID, in my opinion, are completely different. GAT for NIFT, I feel, is extremely important. I feel when it comes to your ranking, there's a clear difference in ranks where people who performed well in their GAT section and people who have not performed well in their GAT section. Because I feel something like a GAT, where it's your creativity, where it's your art, I feel if someone's showing up for NIFT, they have that in them. They already have a knack for creativity and art. So that is still something that's much more competitive. So I feel when it comes to your ranks, GAT does make a very big change in them. And I had a good GAT score, and I think that is also a reason I got the rank I did. Again, so what I tell people, do not fall short on preparing for your GAT as well, because काफ़ी लोगों को लगता है if they skip math, if they skip English, if they just do GAT really well, they'll make it. You'll make it, but you'll not secure a good rank, and I don't know about the campus as well. So I truly suggest to focus on your GAT and prepare for that as well. Um, जहाँ because the thing is NIFT में GAT का एक अलग paper होता है altogether. There is a separate paper for this. You get your a different hour of the paper of GAT, then you get a break, and then you give your second examination. So it's not like yes. So for this, there is a completely different examination altogether. So it's extremely important to focus on GAT as well, which I will be guiding you further into more detailed videos. But जहाँ तक NID के GAT के बारे में, so again their paper का pattern varies year on year. In my paper, I had a 70-30 pattern. That means 30 marks were for, again, this is purely for the first rounds of all exams, just for you to clarify. There are 2 rounds in each of these exams. Actually, now I've heard that for the NID, the pattern has changed for that as well. The rank in your first round does not affect your second round. But so please keep in mind of all these parameters when I'm telling you this. So everything I'm saying right now with the GAT portion is strictly for the first rounds of both the examinations. So for NID, I had a 70-30 pattern. Now you need to understand that in NID, you get the common time for both these portions of CAT and GAT. There's nothing, they don't define it as your general ability or your creative ability, it's one paper. So, but I still feel the same lies true for NID as well, because again, creativity, तो सब में जो NIFT दे रहा है, जो NID दे रहा है, they do have a knack for creativity. So these are things that will, end of the day, help you push your rank. So I strongly suggest to work for your GAT as well. So a lot of people ask me what they're looking for in terms of idea and skills, like ढूंढते क्या paper में, like what are the things that are giving them marks. So again, I plan to make a separate video discussing the questions that came in my NIFT exam and what I did, and similarly for NID, the questions that came in my NID exam and what I did, and another whole video for the second rounds of all of these, but just an overall view. So what they're looking for, I feel what NIFT and NID are looking for are completely 2 different things. They're looking for completely different things in both these examinations, and that's important to understand while you're sitting for them. So for something like an NID, they're looking for quick sketching, they're looking for pure ideation. They don't care as much about your aesthetics, but they care more about the ideas you come with on the spot, the detailing you have in your brain, how much thought you've given into this idea, the extra things you can put in. Are you keeping all communities in mind while making this? Let's say if there's a park you're making, are you making sure that disabled people can come into this park? Are you making sure someone who's blind, they can find the way into this park? Stuff like this. So this is what they're really trying to test, your design ability in terms of आप उस वक्त क्या सोच सकते हो impromptu, because even they know it's a short span of time for an examination. So they're not looking for perfection, they are looking for ideas, they're looking for quick generation of ideas is the most important for NID. For NIFT, see, you need to understand, NIFT is big on aesthetics. It needs everything to look neat, it needs everything to look good. So while NIFT is looking for ideas as well, looking for something different as well, they really value neatness, colors, composition, aesthetics. That is very important for NIFT. And I feel this is where people who are very niche into NID kind of stuff, they perform well at NID, but at NIFT not so much, because that is not their ball game. And when you're doing something like a NIFT, more based on aesthetics, more pretty, less on ideation, then you lack in NID. But you need to understand that even in NIFT, if you do something that just looks pretty but doesn't have any good ideation or thought or like something new, you're not going to get marks there as well. Because see, the creativity is the base of both these exams, is what's important. Then I feel preparing is when it comes to dividing your time. So a lot of people ask me, like, how do you divide your time between school? How do you divide your time between preparing for NID, NIFT, GAT, math karu, GK karu, blah blah blah, all of that. See, the simplest solution I feel is dividing your time as per priority. You need to make sure what is your priority in that moment. You need to make sure that आप वो कर रहे हो जो उस वक्त आपने अपने आप को करने को दिया था. Let's say one day you decide, today I'm going to focus on English part of NIFT, and I'm going to do some sketching for NID, and I'm going to do some physics numericals for school. That day, that is the schedule you're sticking to, and every day that's going to rotate, so you cover each and everything. See, you can't just do things you like. A lot of people tend to do वही चीज़ जिसमें वो अच्छे हैं. अगर आपको लगता है आप मैथ में अच्छे हो, गैट में, आप सिर्फ वो नहीं करते रह सकते just because you feel good about it. That's not how it works. In the entrance exam, you're going to have everything that you'll have to do. So it's really important to be able to understand the need of the hour and schedule accordingly. Another simple advice I'll give it to you is, please make your daily timetable. For me, since the question is how did I crack these two, I'm very big on time management. For my first year of NIFT, I got a CGPA of 9.27. That is really high for foundation as well. So a lot of people ask me how does it, especially with something like a science, which is a very time-taking stream. The only thing I say is I do nothing special except divide my time, except doing time management, except panicking and thinking in the moment कि अब क्या करूँ, because I already have a device timetable which tells me what to do. So I feel please, the biggest advice I can give you from this place to you is manage your time well, make a timetable, sort out the things you're doing when and what subject is getting what priority. There is this really amazing online app called Trello, Trello. I use that a lot, even till date, to manage my things to do. I'll leave a small screenshot here on as to how you're supposed to manage time on that. Even before, I used to make like these little Excel tables of like what time is for what, stuff like that. It's really important to manage your time well, because that is what is going to set you apart at the end of the day. Then after this, mostly it's going to be about how I studied. See, it's rather simple. How you study is based on a lot of things like what clicks you. To me, just reading page plain black and white text was not my way of grasping information. Again, this video I'm primarily focusing on the CAT part, because for CAT I need to show you guys my work, tell you how it is, so that needs to be a separate video altogether. So because I do really want to take that in detail, so I'll make a separate video for CAT where I tell you the elements, or the design process that goes behind everything that you need to do, materials, all of that. Totally understand. I'll make a separate video of that because I don't want to cut short on it. So for that, I feel what I used to do was see videos over just reading plain page content. So I used to see a lot of GK videos, a lot of again, I made like lots and lots of notes. These are a few screenshots of the kind of notes I made. Lots of notes, lots of writing, lots of going back and forth, and that's what really keeps you up to date. And honestly, एक point के बाद आपको मजा आना शुरू हो जाएगा. Another tip I'll give you, which is extremely important, ये चीज़ आपको कोई नहीं बताएगा. Only a person who's gone through it can tell you this. Please make a separate YouTube account for doing this, for seeing GK videos. Don't do it on your regular YouTube account, because you're going to get things in your suggestions which are going to be all over the place, which is going to be more interesting things than what you're going to watch. So you're going to get detoured, you're going to start कुछ और ही देखना, आप entertaining कुछ देखना शुरू हो जाओगे. Please don't do that. Make a separate YouTube channel, YouTube account, Gmail ID, जिससे आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ educational content ही देखो, कि जिससे आपके suggestions भी उसी basis पे आएं. This is something that no one's going to tell you until you're in a trap where you're like, why do I keep getting lost on YouTube? So very important if this is what the approach is going to be. Then I started making a bunch of notes. I did make a lot of PPTs for myself to help me understand how to go about it. Now for math, a quick tip I'm going to give you for math is please make a formula list for yourself. Put it on your study table or whatever is there in front of you, so you can go through that formula list all over again. Make some shortcuts. There are so many shortcuts available online. If you guys want, I can make a small video on math shortcuts that are there to do a lot of math questions, etc. etc. For English, please do a lot of online comprehensions and time them. For everything I'm saying, timing stuff is extremely important. You are going to get only the short amount of time there. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आप please करके कर दोगे पूरा, वहाँ पे online computers होते हैं, वो automatically बंद हो जाते हैं जैसे time खत्म होता है. So please time everything you do. Don't pick easy online comprehensions जो आपको लगता है आप कर लोगे, because there's no point cheating yourself. Only pick things you find tough to do. That's the only point there is. Then for antonyms, synonyms, idioms, etc. Again, lots of online videos available. Go through them, keep writing them down. See, now when I tell you to watch a video, please just don't watch the video. Always make notes as you're listening to it for you to come back to. You will never come back to that video again. You'll come back to your notes again. So please do remember that. I'll take another video on how to deal with negative marking, how to do elimination, how to do तुक्के कैसे मारते हैं, all of that. That's I feel a whole other thing. Also maths के लिए please take mocks with mixed questions. Like obviously you do questions of a particular topic, but it's also really important to do mixed questions, just so you can see if you actually retaining जो आपने पहले पढ़ा था कि नहीं. Then next is CAT. Obviously CAT NIFT का और CAT NID का, as I told you, is completely different. So I'll take a different video for that altogether, where I'll discuss the CAT for NIFT and CAT for NID, and specifically the works I've done, just so you can get some inspiration or an idea what needs to be done. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. I hope I was able to answer a lot of your questions. I just want to say, whatever it is that you're doing, wherever you are, try to make the best of the resources you have. जो आपके don't yearn कि वो बंदा coaching जाता है या उसके पास ये. Try to do with whatever you have, and I promise you, this is an exam which it's totally based on what you are. Nobody or no one can tell you कि ये करो. This is what you develop for yourself. So this is extremely important. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this was useful to all of you. Drop any questions you have in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer it in the next video. And please like and subscribe and tell me what you feel about all this. Thank you so much. Bye bye. All the best.